Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. We are going to start today's video off by purchasing 8,000 Diabolic worms. Total cost of these 8,000 worms comes out to be a little shy of 9.2 million GP. We'll go ahead and write that down on the notepad document. And before we start fishing our anglerfish for today's video, I think I'm going to go ahead and get 15.2 mil fishing XP, just so we can start on an even number and it'll be easier to track our XP gained for this entire 10 hours. So there we have it, 15.2 mil on the main. Absolutely love barbarian assault fishing, but nothing beats the nostalgic shark fishing. Gonna go ahead and get 25.6 mil fishing XP on the Iron Man. And finally, just for the heck of it, on the side, we're gonna be doing 3 accounts instead of just 1 today. So I went ahead and I got to an even amount of anglerfish on my low level alt. So starting up with about 15,000. All right, well, we are all ready to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. So today, I bring you guys loot from 10 hours of fishing anglerfish featuring Diabolic worms. I am going to be testing these worms out on my main account, and we're also going to be using spirit flakes for a solid hour with these worms as well. So we're going to see what is the most amount of anglerfish that you can possibly fish with Diabolic worms and spirit flakes. And we also have the Iron Man, who has 99 fishing, and he will be using spirit flakes the whole entire video to compare. And we also have my Skiller, my low level account, 20 in Vegas with 87 fishing, and we're also going to be comparing the results on him. Well, this is going to be an anglerfish fishing video like none other. I hope you guys enjoy, but before we get started, if you guys ever are in need of a new computer for your old school RuneScape gaming or any other gaming alongside that, make sure to use code Mr. No Sleep OSRS for free shipping at IronsideComputers.com. As you can see here, they offer so many different models and builds that you can choose from, and they all are included with monthly payment plans. Select your dream computer today by using the link in the description below, and don't forget to use code Mr. No Sleep OSRS for free shipping. It does benefit me directly. So many amazing computers to choose from. And just like that, we are back. So let's focus now, because we're going to go ahead and start our 10-hour timer, and we're going to do our very first hour with spirit flakes and Diabolic worms. As you all know, we are just using spirit flakes on my Iron Man, not using worms on him, and obviously both accounts are 99 fishing, so we're going to get a good comparison on the difference of using Diabolic worms versus not using them. Mr. No Sleep, what's a Diabolic worm? Well, I'm glad you asked. They are a superior alternative to sandworms for fishing raw anglerfish. The only place you can get these worms are from Yama or Yama contracts, and you can also purchase them on the Grand Exchange. As you can see, it takes less than 3 minutes, more like 2 minutes and 30 seconds just to get a full inventory of anglerfish while using them combined with the spirit flakes. So it's incredible to see these anglerfish being caught at such a significant speed compared to normal. Obviously, the one thing I don't have on this account is a fishing barrel. We only have that unlocked on the Iron Man. All the temporos I've done, and I've yet to unlock it on the main, so that is one fault of this hour, I guess you could say. So maybe add, like, I don't know, 6% anglerfish at the end of the hour, and that might be similar to if I was to have a fish barrel unlocked. It just limits the amount of banking, and you can kind of, you know, pretty much stay here for 2 inventories instead of 1. As you can see on the level 87 fisher, it takes a lot longer to obtain a full inventory of anglerfish than all the other accounts. So that account is really AFK for a big chunk of this video compared to the other two. But I've always loved fishing. I've done so many different fishing videos, probably more than anyone else on Old School RuneScape, and you know, you'd think by now I would remember about the dragon harpoon, but unfortunately it took me about 30 minutes to realize that I should probably have a dragon harpoon for this video. So I did go ahead and bring one of my alts over and traded my main a dragon harpoon. It's just, you know, extra fishing levels when you use the special attacks, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip a light bearer, and for this whole video I will just be dragon harpoon specking left and right, and hopefully that makes a difference when it comes to the amount of fish that we catch per hour. But either way, these Diabolic worms are brand new. They were released into the game with Yama, and I've yet to cover them. So just like the Aether Rune video from before, we are covering this because it is new content. Yes, we've made we've made anglerfish videos before, but we've never done an anglerfish video with Diabolic worms. So hopefully you guys get to really see what the difference is with these worms. And something to keep in mind is the cost of these worms currently are at about 870 GP each. For this video, they were over 1,000 in the very beginning. beginning. So hopefully they do continue to go down in price. That will just make this more beneficial for the long term as it goes for profit, because you do have to spend money to make money when it comes to fishing anglerfish with this method. Spirit flakes is also optional. It's going to be really interesting to see how many anglerfish we get for the very first hour while using spirit flakes, but for the 9 hours after that, we are not going to be using spirit flakes. So we're going to get a little bit of both worlds here. You're really going to see what you can expect with and without the flakes. Of course, comparing the hourly results on the main account to the other 2 accounts, I think will be a little interesting towards the end. So we are just wrapping up our very first hour here. Let's go ahead and see what the results are going to be. As you can see, we did get a couple of clue scroll bottles, but we are not going to be doing the clue scrolls for this video. Still stacking up all the clues in the bank for the Armadillo video, so you'll see them all opened then. But I didn't get a hard or an elite throughout this whole entire 10-hour grind, so just easy, medium, and beginner clues, so not a big deal there. Goal for this video is really just to see the impact of Diabolic worms, and also, if I'm lucky enough, I could get a fishing pet on my main account. My Iron Man already has the blue pelican, and my low-level fisher has the just the normal pelicans, so hopefully we get something on the main. That would be nice. But with 1 hour completed, let's go ahead and see the results of the anglerfish. All right, on the main account with 99 fishing, spirit flakes, and diabolic worms, I peaked at around 647 anglerfish caught. Current price of that, 707K. Took about 409 flakes and 421 worms. Comes out to be about 301K. 229K made on that hour, as well as 35K fishing XP. On the Iron Man, 18.5K fishing XP and 230 raw anglers caught without using diabolic worms, just spirit flakes. 251K an hour for that, and it cost about 150 flakes. I'm not sure why I typed out worms too. On the level 87 fisher, we are looking at 16K XP an hour and 133 anglers caught, coming out to be about 145K profit an hour. So due to the price of diabolic worms, we are basically making the same amount of money that my Iron Man is, essentially, while using spirit flakes. Like, the only difference is we are catching more anglerfish, which means we are getting more XP an hour. We're getting double the XP, but we're still making essentially the same exact profit. I know that sounds strange, but that's just kind of how things are. But I did do an hour without spirit flakes and diabolic worms. I just used worms, and I ended up only catching 460 anglerfish. So that is a difference of about almost 200 anglerfish an hour without using the worms. And as you can see, the cost of what I had to use leaves us with just about, again, 200K profit. So it's like, it seems to be anywhere from like 200 to 250K profit an hour, depending on how much you can get your worms for. Again, the more that they go down in price, the more profit you're going to be able to make in the future. But as of right now, it looks like it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's just less AFK because you're fishing them much faster. But I would imagine if you have a fishing barrel, this is probably decent to do with spirit flakes and diabolic worms. The only reason I did not use spirit flakes for the rest of the videos because I just ran out, but I figured as long as I could do one effective, efficient hour, you guys could get, you know, pretty much a good idea of what that could look like if we did 10 hours of that. I really did enjoy this video. Anglerfish is just very laid back, and I was also able to play on a few other accounts on the side. I've just been really gaming lately, you know, haven't been making the greatest videos because of it, but I've been having a lot of fun on the actual game on so many different accounts, exploring different things. As you can see here on screen, I was building up another account of mine, the one that was splashing a few videos ago. He is now almost 90 combat, so I've been going really hard on a lot of different accounts, trying to just get a couple maxed alts for the future. Nothing like Evescape, nothing like 10 accounts, just probably 2 or 3 that I can rely on. So yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun with that. I've been doing a lot of skilling, as you can tell by the rune crafting video, and now the fishing, a little bit of fire making on the side as well, and some smithing. But yeah, still grinding Armadillo on the side. I just lost my last Inferno cape the other day while making a different video in the wilderness for you guys. So you'll see that bad boy tomorrow night. I can't wait. It's actually a really entertaining one, and I'm very proud. So with that being said, let's get done with this video. 10 hours of anglerfish has been completed, featuring diabolic worms and spirit flakes on 3 different accounts. Let's go ahead and see what the results are. All right, just doing the final banking here. So it looks like on Vegas, my low level 87 fisher. He was able to catch 1,283 anglers in 10 hours with no flakes and no worms. On Mr. No Sleep the Main, 9 hours of using Diabolic worms and an extra hour of using Diabolic worms and Spirit Flakes comes out to be 4,769 anglers, about 5.3 mil. Now keep in mind, 9 hours was without Spirit Flakes. So had we used Spirit Flakes the whole time, I would have made about 200 to 250k an hour, but I only ended up making about 100k profit an hour because I was just using worms, not flakes. So it's kind of lame, but at least we got 34k XP an hour. That's not too bad. All right, and on the Iron Man, just using Spirit Flakes the whole time and no worms, I ended up with 2,600 and, oh, just kidding, 2,387 anglerfish. Comes out to be 2.6 mil. That's basically all profit. Maybe minus like 100 or 150k in just sandworms. Not too bad at all. Very reliant, but only 187k XP, so less XP than the main, but more profit. And on Vegas, 1.4 mil from all the anglerfish that he caught, 1,283 anglerfish overall, about 140k profit an hour at 87 fishing. That is with no boosts and no flakes and no worms. Not too bad. Not too bad, gentlemen. I think we covered all of the accounts. I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found this informative, because I know it wasn't that entertaining, but needless to say, thank you guys so much for your time today. I will see you tomorrow night with an anti-PKing video in the deep wilderness. Be ready for it. I know that I am. And of course, you know, I had to come back and get 88 fishing on Vegas. You know, we were so close. But either way, thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to DeceptionZ and xXzoticx. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. No Sleep out.